Oh, hi! Today we're gonna do another project where we jazz up a t-shirt. Obviously in the spirit of St. Patrick's Day coming up. Clearly I fit the drinking stereotype of being at least partially Irish. I've never been the type to go out and get crazy on St. Patrick's Day. It's always been a not so quiet family dinner where there's a lot of cabbage. Also a lot of singing along with instruments that I can't pronounce. Is it bodhra? I'm talking about the drum with the stick. For this project you need a t-shirt and some kind of matching fabric. You also need a pair of scissors and a complete lack of attachment to the t-shirt you're about to hack up, because I don't know how this is gonna go. This collar actually looks pretty wide, so I might not even cut it for this project. Next we're just gonna cut a bunch of 1-inch-ish wide strips from your other fabric. I managed to get a pretty long strip of the contrasting fabric because I started at the bottom and kind of cut in like a spiral around the shirt so that I just kept it about between ½ an inch and an inch wide and just kept going up until there was no more usable contrasting shirt left. Surprise! That one got stains on it. I am the slobbiest slob from Slobtown. Now go ahead and give that contrasting strip a good stretch along the whole thing. And I'll get the edges to curl in on themselves so it'll look a little bit neater. Now let's cut some more stuff. I'm keeping the collar. That's a pretty good guideline as to how far in I want my cuts to go. I'm going to start making little tiny cuts just so there'll be a little hole in the shirt that I can pull that string through. I want mine to be even, so I'm going to do the shoulder seams right in the center front and then right in the center back. Then snip at the halfway points of those, and then snip at the halfway points of all of those. Now take your strand, push it through to the front, leave a little bit hanging out right here. And you're just gonna thread it through the holes. There's a bunch of different ways you can do it. I am gonna go under and over. To answer your question, no fucking idea what this has to do with being Irish. And now I feel like a fucking basket weaver. Although they are probably much more deftly handed than I am. I wonder if they let left-handed people into basket weaving school. I realize this is probably sacrilegious, but I fucking hate Guinness. Can't do stouts, man. Can't do them. My German side shows a lot more when it comes to drinking beer. I'm very much so a Hefeweizen person. I realize I probably sound like a pretentious asshole. Oh, excellent. Not an even number of holes here. So this is going to be off center. Let's switch it up. I totally did this on purpose where I wanted all of you to see what your options were. I feel like these would be really boring if I didn't constantly fuck up. So this is what I like to call the whip stitch technique. This is making me think of those little cardboard books you get when you're little. You have to like try to lace up the shoes that are in the book with the little strings that come with it, which means should not be this difficult. If you're the type of person that pronounces the H after a W in words like wheat and white, you can get the fuck out. Ta-da! This was my plan all along. Just wanted to show you your options, you know? I left a little excess at this front hole on both sides. You can snip that so they're both even. Kind of. Go ahead and give it a little bow action. It's a no-sew project. People just need to come to terms with the fact that they're a little beauty and no-sew projects. I genuinely feel like this one came out okay. I like that I used a regular t-shirt for this just since it has the raw edges, but if you do want something more polished, you can still do the little snips like this. Just try some like really fancy ribbon. You can even do a proper bow if you want, but this ain't fucking France. I hope I've offended as few nationalities as possible this week. I'm Lord of the Dance. I apologize to Michael Flatley and his entire family for that.